10
10
things
things
to
to maintain
maintain.
a healthier marriage.
This is very needed in every marriage and relationship. We got our notes, so we got half our notes. We now try perfection now. So if you're in a good relationship, then plan to get married, then apply them again. If you're in a relationship over 10 years, 5 years, and you plan to get married or even wonder, oh, make it, even if you have a child together, like if somebody, like if two have a child together and so much are going on and process and thoughts, I believe you can apply this until marriage come.
That's why we said maintain.
Maintain,
So if
right?
you just looking to have a
Right.
fun time and you just chat to that person and you don't know when it's gonna,
You know
whatever,
what?
if it's
Right,
not
right,
something that's
right.
something that you want to maintain, something that is now leading to marriage,
Yeah,
then this is not for you. But
yeah,
if you are, then it is.
right. That's true. All right. Number one, we have hear quickly after conflict. This also meaning be quick for apologize. Slow to be
And
quick, yeah. Soft anger turns away wrath, and also quick to listen, slow to speak. And me personally, I know say when we argue, you love say you're sorry, and me love say I'm sorry.
so
Right?
who'll say sorry first?
You always say sorry first.
No.
Oh boy. Listen, be quick for apologize. I'm gonna tell you the truth. We not have no listen. There's no perfect marriage or perfect relationship. Is a unit. Is together. This whole thing about happy wife, happy life, and find good husband, foolish. Is you come together. The two of them might grow from different household, different whole heap of stuff spiritually and mentally and physically. But just always just know how to say I'm sorry. It will break everything, and yeah, that's just my little take on that party.
Number 2, build dreams together, not just routines. That's important. Why? Because anybody can come up with a routine. Hey, this morning we're gonna wake up, we're gonna do A, B, C, D, right? And the principle of a routine may get you somewhere,
Right.
right? But then it starts to become boring because it's like if I'm constantly doing this thing over and over and over, I'm not really looking forward to any other goal, right? When you build dreams, then you know that there's different ways that you can now change the perspective. For instance, when we started our business, when we did our clothing line together, the first time we did it was not the same the second time. The second time we did it wasn't the same as the third time.
Right.
Why? Because we had a dream, we had a goal, and we set it. We just didn't do it a routine. The same way we did the first time, we're not gonna do it the second time. You know what I mean? We change certain things. And I think it's important because then it makes it more fun, it makes it more interesting, especially when for us we creatives. Right? So what we may think today and what we may be interested in today may change tomorrow. And I learned that sometimes we do things and like we want to do it over.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I think that is really what allows you to be on that road of like chasing your dreams. Is that it's not always gonna be the same way it was in the beginning. I feel like with routines it stays the same.
True. Number 3 says stop trying to fix your partner into who you imagine they would be. And me personally, I have to confess that one, because as a man, it's like you want to create your woman in a certain way, especially as a Jamaican. It's like more.
Stop blaming it on being a
It's like
Jamaican.
more
Anytime
carve you
it's
out. It's like more carve you out. Like all right.
all right, but stop blaming it on being a Jamaican.
No, our culture.
It's just a man thing.
I will call it's a man thing. Our culture, and it's just our society and the system as one indoctrinate to overthink. Because like me know people, me a family member would be like, oh yeah, I want to, like people that say I want a woman that can wash, cook and clean and da 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 da. But why if you meet the woman that can't wash, cook, and clean? Why if she's a go-getter, but you can wash, cook, and clean? So you can bill her, right? And you can fix her into the person because you want her to be that right there. So you have to take your time with her, and it's a process. It's like when you take chicken out of the fridge, you have to make it thaw out. You can't just
You comparing
if you
us
try
to chicken?
no, it's a no, it's it's a scenario, it's an example, it's a metaphor. May I say? You can't if you chop the chicken out of the fridge and you chop it right away, what got 'em? You're gonna mess up the word of meat. You now get the leg perfect, you now get the wing the right way, you now get the thigh. You have to make it taut. You see me I say? And then when it taut, no.
Yo, cannot.
And then when it taut, no, then now you can interject and you have your chicken can get the curry right and brown stew right. But if you had chopped the tough chicken, you have the knife probably got bounce off. You might chop off your finger because the chickens are tough. So you can't try fix you can't fix the chicken freeze up. You have to wait till it thaw out. That's the same way when it comes to your partner. And it got both ways. It got both ways with man and it go with woman. It got both ways. You have to just make the person. It's a process and you have to make them thaw out.
Make them thaw out.
Yeah.
Next one says, let your partner see you, not just the strong parts. So for me, I'm an open book, and I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning of our relationship, it was something that for him, it was just so much to take in. Like, oh, you telling me too much stuff. Wow. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that. I think it's because of our upbringing is different. So for me, I was always okay. Like if I feel comfortable with somebody or if I like someone, I'm I'm more open, right? Um, so I think that I always find a way for people to see me. I'm not afraid of my messed up parts. Um, but I think for me, what kind of does catch me off guard now, because in our relationship, there's times where I would think that that thing is okay,
Yeah.
and then it's not okay with you, right? And then I feel uncomfortable sometimes because I'm like, I didn't see that part of me, or I didn't know that part of me. So I think that a lot of people, even though people may be similar to me, that's open, and you may think that you're giving your all, there's still parts of you that you don't know.
Yeah.
That is there that may rub your partner the wrong way, rub your husband the wrong way, or they just don't agree with it, right? And it's a place where you need to work on. For me, it was hard for me to see those things, but what I think helped me have grace with myself is because you seen that and you didn't just be like, yo, I'm not dealing with this, right? It's kind of like, I remember you said to me, and I'm like, yo, I remember I said it to you, and I'm like, yo, not even my mom said that to me. And I feel like in everybody's life, you hear from your parents first, and those words matter. And my mom said to me, once I give up on you, it's over for you. Like, it's done. But you said the opposite. You looked at me, and it was a big situation, or it was something that you didn't like, and you was like, you know what? Regardless of what, I would never give up on you. So for me, I'm like, round of applause for yourself. For me, I thought that in that moment, that's the definition of that. You seen me for me, and you didn't just like look to me and be like, oh, I expected you to be this person, or I want you to be like what you said, this carved out person.
Right, exactly.
I see you for who you are, and even though maybe I don't like that, you know what? I'm willing to stick it through with you, and I'm willing to move forward, and I'm willing to just be there for you and help you. So maybe in the future, you could see that that wasn't right, and you could change it. Now we laugh about stuff that I used to say and I used to do, or whatever the case may be, and you're like, yo, why did you think that was right? And I'm like, I don't know. That was just where I was at in that moment. So I think that matters because it shows growth with both people. You know what I mean? Same thing for me. We agree to disagree so much times. I'm like, no, I don't believe that. I don't think that. You know what I mean? And then now I have a change of heart, or now I see that is I have grace with you because I'm like, okay, this is what he gonna think, you know what I mean, or this is how he thinks, and I have to be willing to listen to understand whatever it is that you think, and be okay with it in the moment.
Nice. That's true. All right. The next one is choose each other when it's not easy. And I think this are like
That's just an
the one that
extension of what I'm saying.
it's like an extension of what you said a while ago. You just basically break it down. But for me, that's one of the hardest part in our relationship because especially when you have kids, it 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 hard. It come with a lot, and that's one of the things we wouldn't really get taught, or there's not like a manual for how for choose because now in the first like now almost enough people post up them relationship together and them routine. I'ma realize say there's not a kid in between it. It's easy for you to choose easy right there so. But when you have kids now, that's the hardest part for choose
What do you
each
mean?
other. Meaning to like, like when you just meet, right? This is not something that is hard to do because it's like, okay, it's us. But when you have kids now, sometimes you feel like you just want to give up, right? It's like it's so
Oh, you're
much,
saying it's more
right? It's
challenging.
more challenging now because now the kid come in between. That's what it comes with now. You have to choose each other when it's not easy because sometimes you feel like, yo, I can't do this. I want to run away. I just want to run away, go Jamaica, and I just don't want to worry about no picnic, no about no man, no woman, no bills, nothing. I just want to go somewhere and have to worry about, you have to wake up to feed nobody, but you have to choose now. You have to choose each other and know say together. It's togetherness, even when it's not easy. That's just my intake.
Next one is flirt like you still trying to win them over. You wrote that.
Yeah, we do that. We do this every day.
I think he doing more than me because sometimes I just be regular now. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I just be going along regular. But I think that get boring. So I think that when I see that he kind of doing it more and more and more, I'm like, all right, I gotta say something. I gotta do something because I would think something, but I don't say it all the time. Like I would think it in my head, and I'll just be staring. And he'd be like, "What are you like? What? Why you just? What
But you
happened
flirt
to
with me
you?"
only part time too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
Then you would do some place and you do something. You're like, what y'all do? Yo.
And I'm like, no, but I think that you made me comfortable to do that. I'm not really a person like that. I'm gonna be honest. Before I got into a marriage, there was things that I feel like I'm just so used to all the time, like receiving from people, like even friends. I get a lot of compliments. Not something that's like foreign to me, like for somebody to be like trying to flirt with me or something. So it's always been a thing where it's became normal for me. So I never thought that I had to be the one to do it to someone else, right? Because I've always been a person to get that type of overwhelming energy from other people, right? But being in a marriage is an ongoing thing. So I think that it allows your intimacy to be more better because if you're not doing that, then you're not making the person feel like you into them, or you're not making the person feel like you really love them, right? Because when you love them, right, your love comes with different things, and that's just one part of it, right? Complimenting someone don't always have to be flirtatious, right? And flirting with someone always don't have to be sexual. But if that's a person that you're with, right, and this is the person that you're in a relationship with, I think that is needed because in those moments that we do it to each other, is like it's fun for us because we know like, okay, after all this time, I can still see you as like the first time that I seen you, or the first time that we went out, or the first time that we spent time together.
Yeah.
In the beginning, you feel that little nervous feeling. Remember we was talking about that 2 nights ago. We was like, yo, that feeling when you get butterflies, you're on the phone all night, you on this.
Exactly.
Sometimes being together with someone for so long, sometimes those things could go away.
Right.
Some people.
You have to
So it's like,
interject
how
other
can
stuff.
I do something to make this person feel like, okay, I'm still able to, you could still make me blush, or I could still feel like, yo, you're making me nervous. I think that I go through that a lot, even when it comes to dancing. I tell you that all the time. every time I have to make up a routine, I'm always nervous when I have to show you because I'm like, yo, I don't know. If you're gonna say something good, I feel like I'm gonna be nervous. If you're gonna say something that I need to fix, I feel like I'm gonna be nervous. You know what I mean? So I think it all comes from that too, because even if I say something bad about myself, it's like you will always turn into something good, and it turns into something where it could come off like, okay, you flirting with me, or you telling me something that's nice, you telling me something that's kind, where that make me uplift myself. You know what I mean? Make me feel good. So I think it matters because everybody need that. Everybody need to feel wanted, and everybody need to feel like somebody's actually still loving them in the relationship. Like, I know you love me, but you still loving me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After all this time, you know, so it's important.
Yeah, that's true. The next one say fight for the relationship or the marriage, not just for your point. I really feel like this. I applaud you for this because there was a point in our marriage where literally the question was asked to you, what do you want to do? Right? I don't say on camera exactly what, but everybody have them flaws in them relationship, right? And literally we were speaking with someone both away, and the person asked the question, do you want to keep your marriage, or and this was the point what made me think like, okay, that girl I really want our marriage. She don't want, because some people that just be like, you know what, all right, I bet I would just call it off, right? So it's not about your point at that time to say, oh yeah, him wrong, and you never choose your point, because you could have said this is my point because me wrong, but you literally fight for marriage. Like, you know what? I gotta put my point aside, and this is what me want. I mean, a lot of times in a relationship, that's the reason why many relationships fail, because everybody just want to prove them point. People where even been there for 10, 15 years, 20 years, so you find out to them divorce, and it can just be this, just because the person want to prove them point. Them gonna call everybody and say this is my point, and them gonna call the woman gonna call everybody, the man gonna call everybody, this is my point. But if the two of them would have come together and just say, hey, you know what? Let me remove my point and let you remove your point, and let's come together and fight for our marriage and see how we can better, because none of us are perfect. Both of we have flaws. So that one is deep.
Next one say, laugh more than you think you should. For other people, people too serious for me. Because me, I'ma laugh even when nothing ain't funny. Like,
I when I'm serious, yeah, I laugh. Even when I'm serious, she'll find something for laugh about. Even in the moment, me I like, yo, me could just do this and just record this.
Yo, I love to laugh. Yo, I will laugh at nothing. I could just think about something and start laughing.
But that keeps
I think that laughing together, it keeps you like youthful, because you know, like, that's something that people think, oh yeah, that's immature, or that's kids, or you just see kids laughing at stuff like, they just laughing and running around, and you wondering what they laughing about, and they're not even laughing about nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So that statement to someone can be like immature, or it can be kiddish, or it can be like, something. But I think that laughing together, it keeps your relationship youthful. It makes you understand, like, okay, not everything is also serious.
Exactly.
And it's like, my mom used to always say, you make bad things and turn into a joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I see that play out now that as an adult. Sometimes, people test you. Being that we have stronger faith now, and we in a walk where, okay, we do have to follow certain things, where we're like, we don't live that life no more. We're gonna follow this, and it don't mean that we don't want to go back to what we used to be. So sometimes laughing help you to not go back there.
That's true.
Because it's like there's been so much moments where you're like, yo, I could have chose to literally slap off your head. Like, you know, just being real. But I'm gonna laugh in this moment. I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna be like, and we're gonna say, yo, hear that joke here when it's serious, but we make it into a joke because it's kind of like in that moment we both need to laugh because if we don't laugh, it's gonna go left, and we don't want it to go left. We want to go the right way, right? And we want to stay on the right path. So I feel like together, laughing, it just does something to your spirit. Like it does something to you, your body. It makes you just be calm in that moment. You don't think about the negativity. You think about things that you could take out of it that's funny. And then, you know, that lead to other things that's funny. And then you just, at the end of it, you have joy over everything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the best thing. Who doesn't want to have joy in their relationship otherwise from like anger?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like nobody wants that. People want joy. So if you want joy, laugh.
Even some of the older Jamaican people are so stuck up. Sometimes all they need in a relationship is just laugh.
Like think of a joke, say something.
Stiff-necked and serious. Like, oh. Like when you can't laugh, bro. Like just laugh in the moment. Or something. You know, I know some older people were there together for years. I may never see them laugh together. Everything is just so robotic.
Everything is cussing.
The woman just cook the food, cuss.
Yo, that's
the
like
man just got work. And just miserable.
Yo,
and
that's
then
like
laugh
how
together.
mommy and daddy was. I never seen them laugh up, do nothing. It's bearded. Look, I'm walking, and it's like, yo, stay over there, stay in your corner. It's like, come on.
Yo, the next one say, let go of the fantasy that your partner will always get it. Yo, this is something we both will go through. When me attack and me say, yo, you just not get it. And you will say, but you're not getting it. And you will say, but you're not getting it. Just get what me I say now. Me I tell you, say, and in every relationship you have this. And I
don't think nobody worse than us. I don't think nobody worse than us. Yo, I will explain for 20 minutes.
But me do the same thing too.
20 minutes. No, 20 minutes. 20. Do you hear me? I would talk straight for 20 minutes till I had to go drink water. And after that, you know what he gonna say? Do you know what he gonna say? You know, get what me I say. And then I'm like, yo, I literally just explained that I understand what you're saying.
You will say,
I went,
no, you will say, no, I get it. But I'm just saying because I'm saying this. I got 20 minutes in and I'm there like, you not get it. Cause me I tell you say. And then me will do the same thing. Talk for 40 minutes. And then she like, you're just not getting it. And then you know what, at the end of the day, we'll come back and we'll just apologize to each other. And if
no, that's wrong, not the truth. That's
not right away.
We understand each other.
Understand each other, but we realize after like we'll get vexed because we are human beings. We're gonna get vexed.
No, I'm not gonna lie. You be getting it faster than me. Because after that, I be sitting there and I be like
I'm from Brooklyn, so.
And after that, you know the post where it be like, oh, when you stop and you listening and you realize the whole time he was right.
Right. Exactly.
I feel like that's
why we are human beings. But we are human beings, and sometimes me not gonna say you're not gonna have it in a relationship. You gotta have that, and that will also build you and realize you have to look in yourself and realize, you know what? It's not always about my point. Let me say sorry. And then let's say, okay, you know what? I was wrong for thinking that way. That's something we do most of the time.
No, but I learned that from you.
Exactly. You're wrong for think like that. And you will say, babe, I am also wrong for thinking like that. Because we are human being in a relationship. Me can think, say you want egg, but you don't want egg, you want hash brown, and me gonna make the egg. And then me feel some type of way say, me make the egg like, yo, so me make the egg. Me think say you want egg, and then me are like, but me never tell you say I want egg.
Exactly.
But me just feel like say you want egg. And we are human beings.
You know what I also, sorry to cut you. You know what I also learned from you too? we would be in the middle of the conversation, and if I say something and you know, like what you said, and you know that you did not get it, or you know that what you thought was wrong,
Yeah.
you would stop in the middle of the conversation and be like, well, I'm sorry, and just done it right there. And it's like, how can I cuss you after that?
That's true. No, but you know, sometimes you will say sorry and me still a go. Sometimes you say sorry and me still a go. But not gonna lie. That's why it's a let go of the fantasy that your partner will always get it. Because sometimes you will do that too, and me will be like, me I got now whole explanation just that's me I prove my point, but it's just like an understanding.
Yeah, and then the
You
next
know?
day wake up and you
And then
go
the next
again,
day,
and you saying it, and then you saying it more soft, like, oh, but me not try to go back there, sir, and you're going back there.
no, but me not go back there. But me I tell you, that stuff will build relationship. And me I tell you, you have to just you want a better relationship, and no matter what, you can't run. This is one of the things when I feel like say nobody can run me from. Even people claim them a therapist, because we are human being. It's gonna be things where we overthink, and it's gonna be time where I might feel like my partner just don't get it in the moment. My partner will get everything else, but everything we can reason about. But if me do something on my point in the moment, and a therapist can't fix this now. No, I just you and your partner have to sit down and just realize and reason it.
And agree to disagree.
And
sometimes.
exactly, I agree to
That's what we do
disagree.
sometimes.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, that's what you think right now. I don't agree with it, but I'm okay with that.
I'm okay.
And we just
Exactly.
move
I will
on.
just
Like, all
move
right,
on.
whatever.
Right. Cause sometimes even when you feel like you're right, you have to just say, you know what, I'm wrong. And sometimes even when you're wrong, you know, it's like it's hard for you to realize sometimes
No,
you're
you're
wrong.
wrong. Right there
Hard,
in the
right in the
moment, that when you
moment.
need
Yeah.
it, it's like
It's hard to accept it. Like, damn, I was wrong all this
you're
time.
not even thinking that you're
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly. Cause you just want to prove a point. Now on the deep.
The last one, we said this already, but is important, is choose each other when it's not easy.
We repeat this because we want to hear both each other like point perspective on this when it comes to choose each other. I feel like it's very important when it comes to choosing. Cause me can say my point, choose each other when it's not easy, but also your point also important when it comes to choosing. Cause that's the number one thing in a relationship. You have to choose.
You have to choose. It's up
when
to
it's
you
not
and your
easy.
decision.
Yeah.
I think this is important because if you want longevity, if you have a future with this person, like for our relationship, we started from nothing.
Yeah.
Together.
Right.
So if I'm walking away from you, I'm walking away from everything that I've built as well.
Wow.
So I can't just walk away and just think, oh yeah, I'm choosing me.
Wow.
Like how society think, like, oh, choose you.
Facts.
I can't do that because at the same, I'm not locked up, right?
Yeah.
I can go and I could start over. I could go be homeless. I could go in the shelter. I could go and depend on the government. I could go live at a friend's house, family house. But do I really want to go through that when I could just literally just sit down
and choose
and make it work and choose to be better?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's not always the other person as well. And I think that in our relationship, I learned that a lot because in the beginning, it was kind of like at any given moment, I would get upset and I'll be like, all right, just go. Like, just go. And now I look back at it and I'm like, I should have be careful of what I'm saying. That's not the only thing that I've said, right? But it's kind of like when you get upset, you say certain things like, oh, I don't care about you, or I don't care about this, or forget about this, or go do this and go do that. It's kind of like you don't realize that you're literally telling the person to go and do something that you really don't want them to do.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, are you going to really choose what really matters over what you think in the moment is more important? Because as you're angry, you're not realizing that those things are miniature compared to what you actually mean to someone. Because at the end of the day, right, what's not easy in that moment, you choosing what's bigger than the thing. What's bigger than the thing is your marriage. What's bigger than the thing is the legacy that you have to leave for your kids. What's bigger than the list goes on and on and on.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I think choosing each other when it's not easy is gonna help you in the future. You may not see it in the moment because you may be wondering like, yo, why do I keep all right, I'm not telling y'all to choose somebody who's beating fire on for you. I'm not saying that, right? But if the good way outweighs the bad and you see potential in the relationship, you see the potential in the marriage where it can grow, where the person could change, you know, I think that is worth it, you know. And I don't want to get in my feelings, but
That was deep. Yeah.
I just think
I
that
may not have nothing more to say. You just finish it this.
I just think that that's the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't do that, you sometimes will be letting go of something that could have changed your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because this relationship could help you elevate on different scale, right? And because of your anger and because you felt like this person is wrong or you felt like they didn't understand you or they didn't get your point, everything that we were just saying, right? That person now is gone forever. Y'all don't have no relationship. Y'all divorced and you wishing woulda, coulda, shoulda. And then it's too late. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So love wins.
Facts. Love. So listen, apply them 10 healthy things at your relationship or your marriage. It worked for we, and it also can work for you. Peace.